Hey guys, welcome back to another test server session. This time, like last time, we have to talk about two topics. These are the two new weapons, the Shredder and the Pulsar. First of all, I want to say they have changed the design, and in my opinion to the better. So let's have a close look at the Shredder first. Here we go, this is the Shredder. Maybe you remember last time this weapon looked like a small tiny gun with a big hole in the front. Now it looks more like a real weapon with one barrel and a case. Very futuristic in my opinion, but looks good. And so does the Pulsar. You can see they have made a comparable design this time, so you can easily recognize that these weapons are of the same kind. Of course, the Pulsar has 4 barrels like last time, but yeah, colors and scheme and so on and design are pretty close to each other. So yeah, this is the new Pulsar. Looks pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, these are the designs, and now let me give you the stats. The Shredder has been changed in many ways. First of all, the damage per bullet has been increased from 550 to 760, but at the same time its range has been decreased from 500 meters to 350 meters. Also the number of bullets per second has been increased from 25 to 12.5, so yeah, this is only half of it, but at least the reload time stayed the same. This is 4 seconds. The ammunition has been decreased from 60 to 40 bullets, but therefore the accuracy has been increased. As you might know from last time, this weapon has a huge spread, especially when the enemy is far away. Then nearly none of the bullets does hit the enemy, so yeah, this accuracy has been increased. And what about its ability? You might know from last time this weapon has a special ability called root. It can root weapon. This means to immobilize, to freeze, and this chance has been increased from 2% to 2.6%, but the root duration has been decreased from 7 seconds to 5 seconds. Yeah, and this is it. This is the new Shredder. Now the stats of the Pulsar. The Pulsar on level 8 has now 1720 damage points per charge. This is called charge now. Range stayed the same, 600 meters. You can shoot 2 charges per second. This was 122 before, because this weapon speeded up after the first 4 shots. This has been changed. The speed doesn't increase during firing, so it stays the same, but it's always 2 charges per second. And the ammunition has been increased from 8 to 12 charges. The reload time has also been increased from 3 to 5 seconds, so yeah, you can say the weapon is more powerful, but it needs more time, so the damage per minute or damage per second might have stayed the same. Now the ability, the root chance has been decreased from 13 to 10%, but the root duration has been increased from 3.5 to 5 seconds. So root duration now is the same for the Shredder and for the Pulsar. Yeah, these are the stats. Now my opinion to both of those weapons. The Shredder is really cool. It's effective on close range combat, and yeah, if you combine this weapon, you might remember my last video from last week. I was the only one using those new weapons, so yeah, the weapons were too weak and my buddies, my teammates didn't help me with bringing down enemies. So yeah, when you are the only one using those weapons and nobody's out there helping you bringing down enemies, those weapons are very ineffective. And as I cannot trust my future teammates to behave in another way, I have chosen for myself to to make the best out of it, and have combined those weapons, those new weapons, with older but more powerful weapons. So I decided to give the little Strider here two shredders in order to freeze the enemy, and one Ember, a slow moving weapon, in order to do massive damage when the enemy is freezed. Same counts for the Pursuer, one little Shredder on top, two Gusts on the side, and also for the Mercury, same setup like the Strider, two Shredder, one Ember. And the Pulsar, this weapon has been changed to the worse in my opinion, because you might remember from last time the shots really went fast like a laser cannon. You press the button and you hit the enemy. There's no time delay between. This time the flight time of the ammunition of these charges has been increased to ridiculousness, because in my opinion the shots are the slowest moving ones in the whole game now. You can see the bullets or the charges fly through the air, and it takes such a long time to hit the enemy. It's nearly impossible to hit fast moving enemies like dashes and other fast bots. It's very hard to get these bots to hit those bots with a shot of this weapon. Nevertheless, I combined this weapon with the Dragoon. Same reason why I combined the other ones with stronger weapons, same counts for here. And last but not least, I equipped a Spectre 4 Pulsars just to show you, yes, this weapon is more powerful than last time, but no, or it's very hard to handle it. It's very hard to hit the enemy properly with this weapon. And that's it. This is the line and setup for today's fight. So let's go there and see how the weapons can do. Here we go. We are playing a Beacon Rush on the moon, so let's take the little ones first. The little Strider. And as you can see, nobody else than me is using the new weapons. A little foreseeable, but this is the way the other gamers use this test server. They only use it to play those weapons they don't have in their hangar, in their possession. So let's take the beacon and then go for the middle. Oh, the other team is not interested in going for the middle. Don't know why. Okay, now I can show you what I mean. Freeze the enemy, and fast moving enemies no chance. Now I have immobilized this Leo and the other one also, so now I can do much more damage than before, just because the fact that they can't move, and I can bring all of my flames into them. And also the little Shredder does a lot of damage. Now I have to get away from that situation. Again, immobilize the enemy. Maybe we have a little chassis, I don't know why somebody should do that. Test server is lagging. Okay, first bot down, but I got another fast one. I'm not sure. Okay, again. The stealth button doesn't work for the Pursuer this time. And all of the fights I made, this was the same. I got immobilized by this Pulsar over there. Without stealth, the Pursuer is just another golem. Doesn't make too much sense to fight with it. So okay, now let's have a look at the Pulsar. And here you can see what I meant. The bullets are flying that slow. It's so hard to hit the enemy. Oh, there must be somebody on the other side of the field. Yeah. But back to the Pulsar. The bullets of this weapon are flying so slowly. Just as I told you, you have seen a little dash and no chance to get the bullet into the enemy. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Now I immobilized the enemy. This truly was somebody who never had a Spectre before in the live server, because nobody that knows how to use this little guy would ever run into this tunnel. Never ever. You can't jump. You can jump against the ceiling, of course, but when your stuff runs out, there's no chance for you to get away. Now we have to be careful, the enemy wants to take. I don't know why all of those gamers try to combine the brawler dashboards with long range weapons at the moment. They're all afraid of getting into a close combat, I think. That's so ridiculous. Okay, now let's see if I can go to the come to the other side of the field. I think, yeah, my teammate already brought this bot down. No chance to hit. Absolutely no chance. And the root jump really increased. Ridiculousness. It's so hard to freeze the enemy at the moment with this weapon. And now, after let's say hundreds of shots, I freezed one with the Pulsar. Okay, let's change the border last time, in order to show you the massive, the most weapons possible and the damage this can do. Yeah, you see, this weapon can do a lot of damage, yeah, but it's so hard to get those shots into the enemy. Get out of my way, bull, sorry. And that's it. This is a fight. Yeah, in my opinion, the Shredder is really nice, a good weapon, especially combined on a little fast bot with a heavier or much better weapon, a stronger weapon. The Pulsar, in my opinion, it's hard to say. It's so, if you combine this weapon with another weapon, it's so hard to bring both different shots into the enemy. Either the other weapon is way faster, like the Dragoon. With the Dragoon you can hit the enemy instantly. With the Pulsar there's no chance to do so. And using only this weapon on a bot, you have seen, yeah, you can do some damage, but if you use a Spectral Riot with either Ions or Orcans or Tarans or even Tulumbas, you can do much more damage in a way shorter period of time. So yeah, this weapon has to be used in a squad fight, but I don't know if the people playing this game at the moment understand the use of this weapon, the meaning of this weapon, so I'm not sure about that. Yeah, the fight has been pretty cool. There was another one making more damage than me, because this might be because he didn't use any of the new weapons, he only used old weapons, way more powerful weapons in my opinion, but that's okay for me. I took 4 beacons, most of the beacons taken on my side and nearly the number of the beacons taken on the other side. Yeah, this is it. Please feel free to leave comments on your opinion of the 2 weapons. I really appreciate that. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up, or even better, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, and that's it, my friends. This was this week's test server session. I hope you liked it, and yeah, happy hunting, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.